I'm Chels and I'm going to be reviewing the Lancome Renergie H.P.N 300 Peptide Cream, which is an absolute mouthful. But as a user of the Renergie serum, this was the perfect one for me to review and give you my insight on. So let's start with the experience. Gorgeous box. You've got the rose detail on the top, just so you know it's Lancome. You will see this rose detail everywhere. Inside, you've got how to use the refill, which is great to see Lancome actually offering some refills straight away. And this is the cream. The fact that it's mirrored is beautiful, but it gets messy. Fingerprints are everywhere, and again you'll see that rose detail as well. So if you see me talking through and there's an odd fingerprint, I'm sorry, but it's almost impossible to avoid with this. So you take the lid off. Again, it feels really heavy and weighty. You can hear it's like a luxury cream. Take your hygiene seal off, and then you've got that sort of buttery cream inside, which looks way too pretty to spoil, but I'm going to show you the texture. Firstly, I'm going to sniff it actually and see if it's got a smell. Ooh, so there's definitely a light floral smell there. I would say it's like a traditional floral fresh smell, not too heavy. But if I was to compare it to a naturally fragranced day cream, you can tell this has almost got that man-made element. It's not as earthy green, if that makes sense. This is a little bit more of a floral, but subtle. It does die down as you work it in, and it doesn't last a long time too. I mentioned that the refill ingredients, or the refill how-to, apologies, is on the box. You just look for that white click, turn it, and you can take it out and it'll refill. So you just make sure you lock it, otherwise you're going to get spillage, you're going to get cream build-up around the corner, and you won't be able to put your lid on properly. Lancome Renergie H.P.N cream, what does it mean? What does it stand for? So the H is for hyaluronic acid, P is for peptides, and this is the first time that they've used over 300 peptides, which they've used from a biotech resource to get them in to really strengthen the skin, and niacinamide, which brightens and helps with age spots. So that's what the name means. I'm going to talk you through what it's supposed to do now. So it's almost like a global anti-aging cream, this one. It's great for dry skin, great for mature skin, as it'll hydrate with hyaluronic acid, plump and restore with peptides, and then brighten and get rid of any brown spots with niacinamide. It's early days for me using this, but I'm really impressed with how smooth it makes my skin feel. I've definitely noticed it look brighter over time, and it's nice because you don't have to rely on constantly exfoliating or using an acid toner. This has given me a sort of daily glow, which is lovely, and it does sit really nicely under makeup. I would recommend I wear a full coverage foundation, so just waiting like 2 to 3 minutes between applying the cream and then putting the primer on and then putting your foundation on. For me, that makes my foundation last longer, and it just helps it sort of melt in the best way it can, if that makes sense. So how you use this every day, I would definitely recommend you use it with the HCF serum, which is to die for. It's like a double dose of basically a more concentrated version of this, which I love. They layer together beautifully, they don't pill. Use them both twice a day, morning and evening. Yeah, and let me know how you get on.